Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. And today, I'm going to be reviewing yet another Disney film for my Disney movie marathon. This time around, it's again another live action film. This one is titled 8 Below. And of course, as usual, I do have to talk about the plot of this particular movie. So let's get into it, shall we? Oh yeah. This film takes place in the year 1993, where we see our main character named Jerry, whom is this guide at this Alaska research base under construction with this National Science Foundation, so to speak. And there's this professor character whom arrived at the base. He presses our main character to take him to this particular place to find a rare thing from Mercury, a real meteorite, so to speak. Our main character, Jerry, decides that the only way to get to that mountain, so to speak, is by dog sleigh. So our main character and this one processor character make it to that particular mountain, but all called back to base due to an approaching heavy storm. So yeah, things become rather complicated for them. So yeah, folks, we have a Disney movie that takes place in the Arctic. And that's pretty cool if you ask me. But anyway, so yeah, soon after this little adventure of theirs with the professor, the sled dog trainer, Jerry, has to leave the polar base with his colleagues due to the advancing heavy snowstorm. He ties his dogs to be rescued after, but the mission is cut off all of suddenly, and the dogs are left alone at their own fortune, so to speak. But for 6 months, our main character, Jerry, tries to find a sponsor for a rescue mission team kind of a thing, while his dogs fight for survival. So yeah. Well, it's a Disney movie. Nothing wrong with having a sense of adventure here. I know I've mentioned this before, folks, but animal-themed movies aren't really my thing, really, folks. Yeah, I'm just being honest here. And don't get me wrong, folks. I'm so against animal cruelty. I do not like animals being abused. I really, really don't. But thankfully, this movie is a good movie. Even though animal-themed movies aren't really my thing, but this was a really good movie. With a good story, and the characters are really interesting to look at. And I like the area, the environment and all. So yeah, this was definitely a good movie. Paul Walker is in this movie, folks, and he does a pretty good job in here, folks. And of course the animals are really well trained, obviously. When this film was released, folks, it definitely received a lot of positive reviews from critics, and it did earn a lot of money at the box office. So yeah, that's a good thing there, folks. I'm not recommend getting this movie. This film is available on regular DVD or Blu-ray. So either way, is a good treat, folks. Yeah, very good treat indeed. No pun intended there. I can't say the acting was really good, folks. I know dogs were actually abused in this. Thankfully, none of them were actually abused. And yes, there's a sense of adventure, but this is a Disney flick. So of course, that kind of thing is to be expected. So yeah, this was definitely a well-made film, folks. I did like the scenery. The scenery was really, really well done, folks. Yes, sirree. I did like this film as a whole, and I did like the sense of adventure. So yeah, you could obviously tell it was really, really cold, folks. Oh boy, you can tell it was really cold. The dogs were pretty entertaining in their own way, folks. Yes, they have an important role in this movie, folks, obviously. You have to have this plotline be somehow evolving around them, of course, folks. So yeah, I did say that this film is definitely worth watching. Yeah, the story itself didn't feel contrived like some of these movies might come off. And I mean, granted, as for the acting, and like I said before, the acting was pretty decent, I suppose. I mean, some did better than others, of course. Some of the actors and actresses, you can tell they needed some work, I guess. But it's still worth watching, of course. There's certain aspects of this film I did like, and I did really like how this film was photographed. It was really, really well photographed. You can clearly tell that a lot of effort was placed in the camera angles and how to carry the story and whatnot. So all of this was really placed together, even if some of the acting might be a bit off here, folks. But overall, folks, I can say this was a delight. I actually wouldn't mind watching this again because, as a whole, it's definitely a pleasant to the eyes to watch, folks. Yeah, I know I haven't reviewed all that many live action films. I know I would like to review more of these kinds of movies, actually. So, I still have a few more to review, folks. I do plan to review even more in the future. And this won't definitely not be my last Disney movie marathon, of course. I still plan to continue my Disney movie marathon in the near future, of course. So, I would say this one gets a recommendation from me, folks. I would say it's definitely a must watch, especially if you're somebody that's an animal lover. If you're one of those people that's an animal lover, this is definitely for you. Yes, sirree. The dialogue isn't too bad, folks. I can honestly say that. The screenplay is really well structured as a whole, folks. It has a pretty good beginning, middle, and end. Nothing ever felt rushed, and it's really, really well paced. So that's definitely a good thing, folks. Oh yeah, the characters are really likable, of course. Even the human characters as well, folks. Oh yeah. So 8 Below gets an overall rating of a 7.2 out of 10. It gets a 7.2 out of 10 from me. And of course, as always, thanks for watching and take care. See ya. Oh yeah.